Hey everyone, hope everything is going well. It's been a while. I've been really busy. I am off, I think the 12th through the 16th, so I may do a few more videos at that point, but right now I may just work on just if there's a lot of hanky panky going on, I'm gonna be doing like some weekly videos on that. Like I said, so many things going on my end. I really don't have that much time. Anyways, let's look at a few things here. Dan, the card man, talked about how Backyard Bros Grant is back on whatnot. I mean, it's just a joke, right? Especially with the comments that he made, whatnot is looking the other way. It's like, do we have a P-file agenda in all of society where they just look the other way at comments made, even in a joking way? I don't know. Money talks. That's all you can say. I didn't watch this video, Backyard Break Sued, but AI is just flat out insane. And anyways, just the overview of, and also like some certifications that I'm looking at recently, and that's why I'm really busy. I could find questions on like Grok for AI, and we're just in the beginning stages of AI. AI is going to totally disrupt our society in the short run. it, Part of it's amazing. Part of it's like a lot of people are going to lose jobs. But anyways, in this, the issue arose after customers spent $14,000 on single cards on Whatnot. When Backyard Break shipped the card, they failed to insure the package for its full value, declaring it only $300. The package was not delivered. UPS only settled for $300, leaving the customer with a massive loss. They acknowledged the mistake, offered a refund, but then stopped responding, respond, did not resolve the issue. So you have, oh, I mean, these type of things unfortunately happen. We know the history of Backyard Bros, so it is what it is. Seems like what Paul Lesko is going to provide more details on it. Now, this lawsuit here, holy moly. Spiegel Brothers versus Golden Auctions. I had to reach out to, one person who I think has access to legal documents. Is it Pacer or whatever? I, I didn't. I think I signed up for it, but I lost like my login, so I have to like depend on others to be like, "Yo, I need this legal document." And I looked at this, and there are quite a few things in it. And once again, using AI to, figure out what the hell is going on over here. I'm not a lawyer. I don't have the skills of Paul Lesko, so this is where AI comes to help people like me. And a lot of law firms, unfortunately, well, if you have summaries like this, some people are gonna get, some people are gonna lose their jobs, unfortunately. So insights on Upper Deck from the document. And this is from scispace.com. And I looked, researched about Upper Deck. Upper Deck maintains authenticity stand. It has not retracted its previous statement regarding the authenticity of card in question. This position is supported by testimony indicating that Upper Deck still stands by the authenticity of the card, including the patch, as of the current proceedings. Holy moly. And they're saying this is cited. Okay, yeah. I'm not going to go through all the legal jargon, but they have it in this document. Lack of written confirmation despite the ongoing process, Golden did not seek written confirmation from Chris Carlin regarding an allegation and retraction from Upper Deck. This lack of due diligence raises questions about credibility of the claims made by the card's authenticity. Interesting. Knowledge of issues. Golden reportedly expressed knowledge that the patch on the card has been swapped and that Upper Deck letter was incorrect. This acknowledgement suggests that Golden was aware of potential issues with the card's authenticity before any retraction was purportedly made by Upper Deck. Golden publicly thanked an individual associated with the card's withdrawal, aka card porn, despite the person known to have negative intentions toward the Spiegel, and also you could say Matthew Allen, aka Shine 150. This raises further questions about motivations behind the withdrawal and the integrity of the auction process. Yeah, and I think there's potentially a conflict of interest. We know card porn is shady. We know that Matthew Allen, Shine 150, according to the legal documents, allegedly was some sort of management consultant for, or some sort of consultant for Golden, according to the legal documents that I've discussed. So that could be a potential conflict of interest. Failure to produce evidence. This document highlights that the opposition did not address the failure to produce communications related to Photoshop images of the card, which Golden claimed demonstrated that patch had been swapped. This omission is significant in the context of the case. Overall, this document portrays Upper Deck as a key player in the authenticity debate surrounding the card, with implications of negligence and questionable practice by Golden Auctions in hearing the situation. I did like what? Note GD or not GDP, GPT. And it and this is another legal document that I looked at. Let's look at this. Upper Deck's involvement is significant because they issued a letter regarding the card. This letter stated that the original card was damaged and destroyed, and a replacement card with the better patch was provided to a third party, not Spiegel's plaintiffs. This letter carried important implications about the card's authenticity and history. Ken Golding, the defendant, testified that upon receiving this letter, he took face value, did not question its contents regarding the patch. He used CEO Jason and Chris to confirm the details of the letter and legitimacy. However, the context reveal some controversy and uncertainty around Upper Deck's letter. There's mention of Upper Deck's ultimately retracting the letter, reference in text messages between Ken and Ross appeared to trigger the withdrawal of the card. As Golden explained, he had to pull the card and plan to communicate this prior to making a public post. This retraction suggests that Upper Deck no longer stood behind the original statement, which complicated the trustworthiness and provenance of the card. But then this document showing that, hey, look, Upper Deck maintains it has not retracted the card. Okay. So that's what's going to happen when it probably goes to court, a trial. This is what Paul Lesko was saying. Like, what is it? Is it Upper Deck maintains it has not retracted its previous statement, or what? And Upper Deck is going to will probably be in the trial, to be honest. And we shall see how this how this trial goes in the coming months ahead. And what was this was just crazy. Paul Lesko's tweet. In other news, in the case, the court has ordered Verizon to produce Ken Golden's log records / text messages. Oh man, this is going to be wild. This is absolutely going to be wild. All right, next thing. This is hilarious. Alt filed lawsuit against Fanatics PWCC over alleged auction fraud. And this is what they're saying. They allege PWCC orchestrated an extensive scheme of shill bidding using internal external sources to place bids on high-end, high-value sports cards to inflate selling price artificially between 2021 and 2023. According to the court documents, Alt said it discovered that PWCC had access to confidential maximum bid history information to drive up prices and mislead potential buyers. Alt is seeking at least $13.7 million in damages, and company said amounted to the sustained losses attributed to PWCC's fraudulent conduct. It's also seeking punitive damages to be determined at trial with applicable interest on foregoing amounts. Follows Alt winning 707 PWCC auctions, acquiring 809 items between May 2021 and December 23, paying more than $10.7 million to purchase the items. Now, if you're a company like Alt, why would you buy on PWCC? when you know Hanky Panky was going on. All right. I mean, we all knew what was happening behind closed door. And what I find hilarious is on a deleted blowout post, the CEO of Alt, he was accused of hanky panky regarding a credit card charge from a guy in Asia. You always see something going on with people in the sports car hobby and the other side of the transaction, someone being an Asian. Remember Goonbot? How Goonbot manipulated the Asians? And I got like some people in this hobby looking at my post when I was going after Goonbot, aka Nick Uliano, who's done major hanky panky from what it seems. And even some searches on AI Grok has pointed out the accusations of major hanky panky that guy's done. So, yeah, I mean, this hobby's hilarious, man. And what's crazier and more hilarious? Saw this from Shine150. You got Shine150, Matthew Allen. You got Mr. Wonderful. I don't know who this guy is. And is this Brent? Is this Brent from former PWCC, which I talked about here? Like, I got really smart people saying in my stories that this isn't Brent from PWC. Some people are saying it is Brent. I think it is because I looked at, the eyebrows. The eyebrows like matched. Now, some people are saying like the dude aged, like there's a age difference. And what I could say is like, hey, it could be stress. He could have like some kids. So, when you're dealing with kids, even though he's dealing with a divorce or whatever, um, you know, you look different than you would have 7, 8 years ago. I mean, look at presidents, right? They age like crazy. Once again, I think it is Brent. So that's just quite hilarious. And we know Shine's a huge buyer and probably was buying from PWCC and all that stuff around. So what I said is one of the guys in the picture the dude from PWCC? One of my followers thinks so. That this would be insane if true. But no Betsy in the picture. Tell me we're not living in the Matrix. Tell me we're not living in the Matrix, everyone. So that's your weekly hanky panky update. If there's crazy news like I saw the last week, I will definitely talk about it. Anyways, talk to you later, everyone. Bye.